Alamegan bandit you had a run-in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head towards Little Alamigo, over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favored destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Not certain how much of a help she will be, but it also happens I have a daughter who has relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Sahira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. Suppose this is it, then. I hoped you would linger here for a while, call some fiends, spend some coin, what have you. But something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. I mean, we can just jump to Little Alamigo. We don't need to actually, like, maneuver our way there. I don't know why I'm trying to fly. Can't fly. Ah yes, Hibar is my father. He said, what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't bother with family matters. I am grateful for you delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man? I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells. One of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundabald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? Struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Be gone. You're just so delightful. Friend, hear my plea. As you have no doubt observed, many souls in this camp suffer from afflictions most grievous. Indeed, it is to deliver them succor that I have made the journey here from Ul'dah. Yet, I fear that my efforts thus far have been for naught. The residents are most distrustful of outsiders, particularly those hailing from Ul'dah. They look upon my medicine as if it were poison. Were an adventurer such as yourself to deliver the elixir, perhaps they would be willing to accept it. I have no one else to turn to. Will you go in my stead? My throat, it burns! Medicine, ye say? I'd sooner drink sandworm piss than that Ul'dah swill. Well met, adventurer. I'm Giselbert, head of security here at Little Alamigo. They're told that you had business with Gundabald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get such as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man when I can, and seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, it might be as I can lend a hand. A trail of a masked man, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for Umulja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they're like to have seen it. I had in mind to take them each a cup of sweet thanalan tea so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you all that they know. That's the quest. Ah, they're both over this way. Okay. Stairs. Yeah, they're upstairs. Come on, don't make me go around. Can't breathe. Ha, another phony elixir cooked up by those old Don quacks. Be gone from my sight. What is it, outsider? Come to mock us in our suffering? Go ahead and laugh. Laugh to your heart's content. How about I offer you this medicine? Pewee! That's what I think of you outsiders and your medicine. I'd rather die with dignity than owe my life to old That's a decision. I have opinions on how good of one it is, but I'll keep them to myself. This way? Nope. Just another liar of a map. Do you think he ever stops? Dude's biceps must be solid. Oh, yeah, I mean, we're going to be coming back, so we'll deal with that when we come back. We probably should go up and... I think that's just one of the ones that's just like an unlock, but... Who the hells are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here. So leave me alone. Brought you tea. That was loud. Might you consider it? My thanks, friend. What's that? A masked villain? Hiding among the refugees like as not. My compatriots live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. It is near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. You there. Are you an Umulja? No then? Carry on. But if I give you tea... Ah, the sophisticated aroma. It's been forever since I had a drop of sweet thanalan. I'm gonna enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know. Don't care. Unless he's got dark scaly skin, stands 10 fulms tall, and has the face of a lizard, I don't give a mumma's thought. How about you? You gonna be rude to me and then kind of a little bit nice after I give you a cup of tea? Shoot. Shoot. Don't bother me. If the Yamalja overrun us, I'm blaming you. For me? You shouldn't have. Sorry? A suspicious mess, man? As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not, what with the mask and the robe, but assuming it was a he was talking with some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. Okay, that's gonna send us back into... Yep, okay. I'm gonna duck out here, grab this quest. Well, turn in this quest. Probably unlock the Sunken Temple of Karn. Don't think this is one of the ones that makes you go into the dungeon, but we'll find out. And then I'll head back to town. So we're really just taking a detour. If I can remember which way to go. Like I said when we were here earlier, this is the dungeon. This is the dungeon unlock. Welcome to the Sunken Temple of Karn, or what remains of it at least. Used by ancient Baladians as a place to worship the sun goddess, Azema. Much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say that the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem that the Baladians have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares. To deter temple robbers, no doubt. We've recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. Quest complete. Sunken Temple of Karn now accessible. Okay, yeah, that's not one of the runs that... It's just a dungeon unlock, it's not a quest that actually requires you to go into the dungeon. So we are done now. That just means that Sunken Temple of Karn can end up in the queue. And the roulette, not the queue. Oh, we do have leveling roulettes. So basically, any dungeon that's unlocked, we can land into through the leveling queue, and now Sunken Temple is on that list. Going this way? Please tell me. Yes, I can go in this way. Don't worry, he's still at it. This man never skips chest day. Always skip an arm day, though. Or leg day. I'll be back to you. I'm gonna turn in this. No luck, I see. Take heart, friend. You did what you could. Age-old wounds are not healed so easily, but I must not give up this cause. You got another quest for me? After giving the matter some thought, it has struck me that perhaps it is not me that the refugees so distrust, but rather the medicine itself. The Alamegans are wary of outsiders, this is true. Yet I suggest is the thought of ingesting in a chemical concoction of old Dawn make that frightens them most of all. Naive girls' wishful thinkings, perhaps, but it is the only hope I have. There's a kindly old refugee by the name of Alphon, the only one thus far to accept my treatment. Why don't you speak with him and ask if there is any truth to my theory? Yeah, sure. Ah, you're back. So, did my lookouts have a lot to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. To get any further in your investigation, seems to me you'll need the cooperations of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. So you're determined to press on with your investigation? Then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far without the Alamegans' trust. And the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Ul'dah, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible. A common purpose. The purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabalt belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. But first, let's talk to Alphon. Alphon. Hell there, young one. What brings you on as hale and hard is yourself to this god-forsaken place? Ah, Hihira. In me years I've seen many an outsider come and go, but none quite like that girl. Don't begrudge me countrymen their judgments, of course. Gods know they've seen Ul'dah at its worst. But it's clear even to me clouded old eyes that the girl means well. I can't bring myself to scorn her good intentions. But forgive me, you were asking about medicine, were you not? We Alamegans aren't much for alchemy, but we've got our fair share of remedies passed down through the years. Steep the fruit of a sabatender in hot water, for instance, and you get a tea that'll soothe the worst of fevers. Call it an old man's hunch, but I've a feeling that even the most stubborn of me countrymen would gladly down a cup of cactus tea, even if it were the old Don lass who did the brewing. Patience. Ah, we gotta go back to Minophilia. Okay. I mean, we're gonna do this quest, but the next step looks like a return to the Waking Sands. Couple of sabatenders. Stop it! Jeez, they spam the crap out of their spells. A little bit stronger. I mean, I'm sure we could take it, but we don't have a point in doing so. That wasn't particularly challenging. We are 10 levels up on them, so I wouldn't expect it to be, though. A traditional Alamegan remedy made from steeping the fruit of a sabatender in hot water. I had no idea. I owe Alphon my gratitude. Why do those look like raspberries? 1, 2, 3 cups of cactus tea. Oh, I do hope I've not overbrewed this. Please, friend, deliver the tea to the suffering refugees. But they're mean to me. I don't wanna. Hello, you again? Told you I'd sooner drink cactus tea? That cactus tea I smell? Oh, stop dawdling and hand it over. Can't you see I'm suffering here? It's very quiet in here. You tell the old on wench that I'll have none of her foul alchemy. But what about cactus tea? Cactus tea? And just like me mom used to brew it. I don't know where you came by this, but you're a godsend. Go to the grave before I'm gulled by old on quackery. Old Alphonse's recipe, no doubt. I'll drink it. But if the old on girl thinks a cup of tea can heal years of suffering, she'd best think again. Truly drank it. Now I have waited for this day. Even I am not so foolish as to think that I have earned the trust of all the refugees, but on the long road to peace and understanding, even the smallest step matters. Pray return! Pray return!